A few weeks ago, I asked my best friend if she thought that I was going to be able to reach all of my goals. She asked me, do you believe that you will? And I said, yeah, I do. She said, so why does it matter what I have to say? Why does it matter what I think if you believe that you can? I said, you're right. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you think. You're right. It does not matter what you think. It only matters what I think. And it only matters if I believe that I can. It got me reflecting on like past versions of myself in regards to believing that I can do things in order to get to the position that I am in now. Since I was a kid, I've always told people that I will do something. And because I felt like I said it out loud, now I have to make sure that it happens. A lot of people have a lot of self-doubt. And I can definitely say like, you know, I'm not a perfect person. I have self-doubt all the time. But I think it's overpowering that is what really matters. And I feel like that's what people have difficulties with. There is always an exit plan. No matter what situation you're in, there's always a way out of it, right? You just need to have like very clear goals on what you want to do, making sure that you have a strategic way on how to achieve those goals, because that way it makes it seem more realistic to achieve. And once you start doing those things and you start checking off each thing that you're doing to get yourself to the goal, before you know it, you're already there. I also had to realize that people treat you the way that you treat yourself in regards to believing in yourself. If you're not showing up as someone who believes in themselves and as someone who is like working towards something, how is anyone else going to sit in front of you and believe you? Especially if you have showed up time and time again saying that you're going to achieve something, stopping the process, trying to achieve that goal, and then saying, oh yeah, I still want to do this, and not doing it. People see that clear as day and will question, when are you ever going to like follow through with this plan? I think what people don't really say out loud is that people can feel when you don't believe in yourself. It shows up in the way that you speak. It shows up in the way that you carry yourself. It even shows up in the opportunities that you take. That's why I'm very careful with the things that I say, because the things that you say manifest into your reality. I always say like, oh yeah, when I do this or when I get this, I can already imagine me in my big mansion, or I can already imagine me doing this. I feel that it's gonna happen, you know? I realized halfway through editing this video, I barely have any audio. So I'm back again, days later, same outfit. I want to keep the same vibe, you know? The reason why I'm making this video, honestly, is because of myself. Actually, a few months ago, my mom told me like, Anita, you're the type of person you usually start things and you never finish them. I'm not making this video to project, but it's because I know there are people that are like that as well, that need some motivation. And this is what honestly motivated me. Truly, it was my mom, because I think it was like, I was already starting to work on new things that I really wanted to do. And I was like, I can't not do this. You know what I mean? And I didn't tell my mom or anything like that, but we had a conversation and she was just like, Anita, you are the type of person like you're the type of person, you start things and you don't finish it. And you just need to start something great and just finish it all the way through. And I was like, you're right. In my head, I was like, dang, like it sucks that it's that obvious that other people notice it. And so I was just like, you know what? I need to do better for myself. I need to be more disciplined. I have a whole lifetime to live, but you're never going to get to where you need to be unless you start working on it. And I started working on it, and that was like months ago. I stayed consistent with something for like literally 4 months, and I feel amazing about it. And same with this channel. Like, I just don't want to ever stop. I want to stay consistent. I have like 5 YouTube videos to edit. So it's like, I'm proud of myself. And although a lot of people outside that aren't close to me may think like, Anita's so motivated, like she's always on top of it, she's always posting consistently, all of this, but like, you guys don't even know the half of it. Truly, it's an internal battle with yourself. That's the reason why I'm like, you know what? People can tell. People know. If you're not confident in general with yourself, people can tell. People can tell. My mom read me to pieces, and it's not just because she's my mother that she knows, but like, you can tell. You can tell. It's literally an energy, you guys. It's kind of like them investing in something that they don't know if it's going to work or not. Like, does that make any sense? That doesn't, like, why would I invest in something if I'm not sure that it's gonna work, you know? Especially if there's no proof behind it. That's why I'm saying, like, you need to show up for yourself consistently, always, no matter what. You will get to the higher places, you will. And I believe in you. And I hope that whoever's watching this video, like, truly feels it within themselves to want to do better for themselves, to show up every single day for yourself. I always say, like, I'm trying to show up for the younger version of myself that knows where I want to be. And I want, like, I'm thinking about 10-year-old Anita right now, and I'm just like looking down at her, and she's happy and she's proud and she feels safe within me. You know, you have to show up for yourself. Show up for yourself. You're never going to be able to trust yourself. You're going to think that you're a failure in everything that you do You're never going to think that you're going to get anywhere with the ideas that come up in your brain, you know? It's something that I think about a lot, and it's something that I feel within my core because I was that, you know? I don't know what happened these past couple of months, but there was just a switch in my brain, and it might be because my frontal lobe is starting to completely develop, and I'm turning 25 this year, but I feel it deeply. I feel it deeply, and I just want to put it out there. So, heart you guys. I'll talk to you guys later. Mwah. Bye.